Lyft needs to make more money, so they're selling some really creative ads.
Everywhere.
They're doing it everywhere.
Because Lyft figured out how to add spinach to a smoothie, and you don't even notice.
Okay, Jack, can we talk about Lyft here? Lyft, they're looking less Honda Civic, more Lamborghini.
Lyft stock is up 50% in the past month.
It's up 50%. Oh, and we should clarify, Lyft stock, though, Lyft is still worth one Lyft.
True.
Worth one Lyft.
And that's because rides have climbed all the way back to near pre-pandemic levels for Lyft.
Jumping into that white Acura like never before.
But Lyft just announced a new move. It's called Lyft Media.
Lyft is putting little digital billboards everywhere.
Now, Uber already does this. You might have noticed in your Uber app that they're tossing an ad at you while you're waiting for your driver to arrive.
Get this, Uber makes $225 million this year on ads.
Lyft is doing something more. They're putting big screens on the top of the cars for hyper-localized out-of-home ads.
Which reminds pedestrians standing nearby that, hey, GoPuff delivers on this block from that bodega right there.
Lyft is also putting ads on its bike share stations in New York City and other places.
It's even letting brands do an entire takeover of the Lyft app while you're using it.
This was one of the coolest parts. Vita Coco, the coconut water brand, they paid Lyft to take over the little car icons that you see moving around the streets on the Lyft ad. Instead, they don't look like cars, they look like coconuts.
It's adorable, but it's because you're arriving in that Lyft near a grocery store.
Oscar Mayer did the same thing. They paid to take over the cars so that they look like Wienermobiles in the app.
Because the temperature outside your Lyft was above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's barbecue weather.
But that's not even the wildest part. Lyft is doing even more.
The way Jack and I see it, Lyft is turning the inside of the car into your phone.
Hear us out, Yetis. Lyft is adding tablets to the inside of Lyft vehicles.
Yeah, 1 out of 4 Lyft cars by the end of this year is going to have one of these Lyft-made tablets.
It's a single screen. It's going to be in the back seat, and it's going to let the passenger control the car and the ride as if the car was their phone.
Here's where things get interesting. Jack, do you want to be the backseat DJ in the back of that Acura?
We all do. We want to be like, hey, driver, why are you playing Nickelback? And can I change that?
Instead, now you can use that screen to like turn on an Enya playlist and apply massage oils to your face.
Now, iHeartRadio pays for the music, pays Lyft for the privilege to do this music and to get in front of you. It's a nice little ad.
Or Jack, let's say you're like sitting in traffic and you're tired of reopening the Google Maps to see how close you are to point B.
The map is right there on the tablet, so you don't need to pull out your phone. The ETA is 7 minutes. It's right there.
Which is annoying, but like now you know.
So you're engaged with the tablet in the backseat.
Yes.
Lyft knows where you are so they can target you.
Add that up, Jack.
An advertiser would pay for that ad.
Yeah, that's advertising power you can't buy. So Jack, what's the takeaway for
You
our
actually
buddy?
can buy it.
I guess they are buying it in this case. So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at Lyft?
Lyft discovered that if you add spinach to a smoothie, you can't even tell there's spinach in there.
Yetis, we know what you've been thinking the entire time Jack and I have been speaking. Doesn't this sound exactly like those TV screens in the back of New York City yellow cabs that are so annoying?
The New York City taxi cab giant screen right in front of your face, yelling commercials at you at 1 a.m.
Love New York City yellow cabs, hate those screens. In fact, 22% of New York City cab riders turn off those screens because they're so annoying.
They are a huge nuisance, but for Lyft, only 1% are turning off the tablet.
We repeat, only 1% of Lyft riders don't like these tablets. For New York City cabs, 22% don't like them.
The reason Lyft's tablets are so much less disliked is because Lyft surrounded the ads,
which are annoying,
with some great features.
Which are actually pretty nice.
And it reminds us of a smoothie.
It does, because like the music you control and the map you see in that Lyft tablet, that's what you taste.
Those are the maple almond butter, the milk, and the blueberries that make up the heart of the smoothie. They're delicious.
The ads, you end up barely noticing. They're like the greens in the smoothie.
That's the spinach and the kale. You barely even taste it's there.
Lyft figured out how to add spinach to a smoothie.
Thanks for T-boying with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for Pop Biz every day.